With the Miami Heat trading for Norman Powell from the Los Angeles Clippers, there is no doubt excitement from fans after adding another scoring threat to the team. While fans grade the trade for the Heat getting Powell, the guard would get high praise from new teammate Davion Mitchell on Tuesday. Mitchell was asked about the trade made for Powell, who is coming off a breakout season, averaging over 21.8 points per game, shooting 48.4% from the field. Giving his thoughts on the deal, Mitchell would talk about the importance of Powell winning a title, as he did with the Toronto Raptors in 2021, according to the Miami Herald. First of all, he's won a championship before, Mitchell said. So he's been there, he's been through the thick and the thin, and he's been around really good teammates. He played with a really good team. He's a winning player, he plays both sides of the ball, he can score with the best of them. He kind of does it all. Even if he's not shooting the ball well, he can disrupt defensively. So you want guys like that on the floor that can help you win like that. He would imply that the sky is the limit for the team, as despite not having total chemistry with new pieces, they would make the playoffs. It's going to be good for me and the team, just the chemistry that we can build, Mitchell said. We won a couple games, we even made it to the playoffs with very little chemistry, especially with injuries and just getting traded here. So we didn't really know how to gel with one another. I feel like we kind of figured it out a little bit. Norman Powell joins Heat backcourt with Davion Mitchell, Tyler Herro. As Mitchell spoke of the reasons for returning to the Heat, he was a standout for the team last season after he was traded from the Toronto Raptors in the multi-team deal, including Jimmy Butler. Because there were a lot of moving pieces with the trade after the deadline, Mitchell believes that the experience, plus the offseason, will do wonders for the chemistry. But to have a training camp with one another, just to go at each other, just to learn from one another, spend time outside of basketball with each other, I think is going to build a lot of team chemistry, Mitchell said. Now, with adding Powell, the talent in the backcourt along with star Tyler Herro and Mitchell is one to monitor, as re-signing the latter seemed to be a priority heading into the summer. I just wanted to do what was best for me and my family, obviously, Mitchell said. But I wanted to be here, I wanted to keep playing here, especially because I didn't have that many months here. I got traded in February, so I want to see what I could do for this team and what we can do as an organization. At any rate, Miami is looking to improve after finishing with a 37-45 record, which put them 10th in the East, but made it through the play-in tournament. Though their playoff journey was a forgettable one, as the team was swept by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round. Norman Powell became the newest member of the Miami Heat on Monday after the franchise completed a blockbuster three-team trade with the Los Angeles Clippers and Utah Jazz. By adding a fringe all-star scorer to pair in the backcourt with their first-time all-star guard Tyler Herro, the Heat could be a sneakily dangerous offensive threat in what should be a wide-open Eastern Conference next season. Though team president Pat Riley and the Heat's front office pulled off a spectacular move to acquire a consistent scorer and three-point marksman, the franchise might remain active on the trade market. In fact, Fansided's Michael Sines appears confident that the Heat have another transaction left in the tank, this time centered around ex-Golden State Warriors forward and 2022 All-Star, Andrew Wiggins. For a second, let's forget about the fact that Wiggins doesn't fit the youth movement that the Heat may be moving toward, Sines wrote Tuesday afternoon. From a basketball perspective, the addition of Powell does make Wiggins an expendable player. And if the Heat could get a future first-round pick in exchange for him on the trade market, there's little value in keeping him on the roster. While Wiggins proved to be an exceptional playoff performer and top-end three, and D-Wing as a member of the Warriors, Sines argued that the 30-year-old should be heading to another team prior to the beginning of the 2025-26 season. Not to mention that a big part in Miami creating ultimate financial flexibility heading into next summer revolves around trading Wiggins at some point between now and the 2026 NBA trade deadline. The 6'7" forward, former number 1 overall pick in the 2014 NBA draft and 2015 Rookie of the Year, had a career revival with Golden State prior to the beginning of his tenure with the Heat this past season. Wiggins notched his first and only All-Star appearance and claimed his first NBA title victory alongside Stephen Curry in 2022, acting as a fantastic number 2 option behind the two-time NBA MVP. After contributing 19.0 points, 4.2 rebounds, 1.2 steals, and 1.0 blocks in 17 appearances with the Heat to close out the 2024-25 regular season. His value remains high. In terms of trade partners, the Los Angeles Lakers have stuck out as a potential destination in recent weeks, but the Heat appear to have a steep asking price for the veteran. The Miami Heat became the beneficiary of one of, if not the most historic announcement in NBA history during the summer of 2010, as LeBron James revealed that he would join the team as a free agent. With James' league-shattering decision, he instantly became one of the most hated athletes in the world, but none of it mattered to him or the Heat's front office thanks to their NBA title victories in 2012 and 2013. The decision rocked the NBA world, and the event has once again garnered recognition, as July 8, 2025 marked 15 years since James took his talents to South Beach. James' choice helped the legendary forward to become one of the greatest players the game has ever seen, and recent developments have indicated that the 21-time All-Star could face a similar situation in the coming weeks or months. It's as if we all got sucked into a wormhole and were spit out in July 2010, or July 2014, or July 2018, The Ringer's Howard Beck wrote Monday. Except this time, LeBron is 40, not 25, not 29, not 33, and no longer the best player in the NBA, albeit still elite, and no longer capable of bending the league to his will. Though James recently accepted a gargantuan $52.6 million player option to remain with the Los Angeles Lakers in 2025-26, the possibility of the future Hall of Fame inductee requesting a trade to leave the franchise might be reaching an all-time high. And yet, we all must admit, we're still hopelessly fascinated by what comes next, by where he might land if and when he actually gets traded, and more to the point, what he actually wants right now. While no trades have been requested just yet, James and the Lakers could be reaching an intriguing point in their partnership. The 26-year-old Luka Doncic was virtually granted the keys to the team's offense upon arrival from the Dallas Mavericks via trade this past season. As a result, James will not be his team's first option for the first time in his illustrious career. At 40 years of age and preparing for his 23rd NBA campaign, James' sole focus is on competing for titles. If he wishes to make another go at one last championship while remaining as the head of the snake for a prospective team, a hypothetical return to Miami may be in play. If James were to star alongside the team's scoring backcourt of Norman Powell and Tyler Herro while being afforded the chance to run pick and roll with Bam Adebayo and Kel'el Ware, the Heat would automatically become favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference in 2025-26.